Hi, I'm Karen Bexfield, and I want to share with you how my curiosity fuels my passion in the medium of glass. In front of you, you'll see 3 of my recent sculptures: Enigma, my newest sculpture, Embrace, and to the far left, the green sculpture, Passage. So the most common question that I get is, Karen, how do you get the holes? So I'm going to share with you a little bit about my process and how I go from the raw material of frit through to the sheet glass, which I reference as my fabric, to the slumped form, which starts the form, and to the end product, which is my 3-dimensional sculpture. We'll start with how I lay the piece in the kiln. So first I'll determine what form or shape I'm going to be creating. From there, I'm going to determine how much mass I need for that form. What I'm trying to achieve is enough mass that I have the density that I want, but not enough mass that I'll be able, with the control of the heat, to get the holes to form. Once I have fired the piece in the kiln, it will go through a 2nd, 3rd, or 4th firing, depending on the density and colors that I'm working with. At that point, the piece will be taken out. I will do some initial cold working, and then it will go back into the kiln to be slumped. The slumped form for many of my pieces is what I call a ball form, which is a gentle curve. From there, after the piece is slumped, it will be flat lapped, so I have a nice, smooth, flat surface to bring the 2 halves together. Additionally, at that point, I will also sandblast the piece to give me a matte finish. Once the piece is flat lapped, I will bring the 2 halves together. So imagine I have a 2nd half and I'm bringing that together, which will then form the 3-dimensional sculpture. This is my newest sculpture series, Embrace. It is inspired by both architecture and nature. As you will see in its lines, it is influenced by the Sydney Opera House. The architect for the Sydney Opera House was influenced by nature. As you will also see, the lines are representational of shells, of leaves falling. It's creating a sense of movement through the piece. The piece, however, is named Embrace, as I have this image of a beautiful embrace of a mama penguin as she is feeding her baby penguin nestled into her. The sculpture Enigma is an enigma. It's intriguing in the fact that the 2 circles interplay with one another, and in the moment that they intersect, they create a vesica. That vesica shifts its shape as you move around the piece, creating a sense of movement in a static sculpture. The sculpture is illuminated in this deep royal blue, which with the correct lighting will create a beautiful blue shadow. Passage, one of my new sculptures, is born out of the Enigma series. Taking a grounded approach to the sculpture, it creates these beautiful archways signifying the passage to our next journey. Enigma Ember, as the piece implies, it is fire. This is an interplay of orange, yellow, with an overlay in reds, creating the depth and richness of the red color to this piece. This piece grounds on a concrete base. The core series is about the depth of our being. The interluminescent blue core represents the core of who we are that many people don't have the opportunity to see or experience. But on those rare moments, as you're looking through the small organic holes, you'll see that inner core luminesce and shine. Thanks for the opportunity to share my work with you today.